Nature is a vast phenomenon of vibrant symbols that electrified Tagore into an awareness of its divine designer. Nature's everlasting theme song was the joy of the Creator in his own cosmic rhythms and endless flow of pictorial effects. His literary works depict his intense love for nature and its beauty with the song Akash Bhara Shurya Tara Bishwa Bhara Pran.
Akash Bhara Shurya Tara Bishwa Bhara
Plays and short stories emphasizing the need to protect nature. Even a century ago, Tagore was eloquent about the exploitation of the environment. In July 1927, he started the Festival of the Earth through Vriksharopan, planting of trees, and Halakarsan, tilling the land, in Shantiniketan. On one such occasion, he wrote the song, Moru Bijoyer Ketan Urao He Shunne, a song that calls attention to modern environmental issues of a greener earth.
Tagore did not follow any specific painter, nor did he adopt any school or style. Yet one finds elements of Art Nouveau and Expressionisms in his works. They are not bound by known canons of art, but are instead expressions of freedom. Many of the maestro's works are doodles, that resemble birds' faces and monsters. Tagore was born into a prominent family known for its socio, religious, and cultural innovations during the 19th century Bengal Renaissance, which played a strong role in the formulation of Tagore's educational priorities. He realized the importance of arts for developing empathy and sensitivity, and the necessity for an intimate relationship with one's cultural and natural environment.
Personally, Tagore was a living icon of the mutuality and creative exchange. His vision of culture was not static, but one that advocated new fusions. He fought for a world where multiple voices were encouraged to interact with one another, to reconcile differences within an overriding commitment to peace. His generous personality and his striving to break down barriers gave us a model for the existence of multiculturalism within a single human personality, and the type of individual who should be the aspiration of the educational processes. Tagore's educational efforts were groundbreaking in many areas. He was one of the first Indians to argue for a humane educational system that involved the environment and aimed at overall development of the personality. The establishment of Vishwa Bharati and Sriniketan led to pioneering efforts in promoting higher education and mass education, as well as pan-Asian and global cultural exchange. One characteristic that sets apart Tagore's educational theory is his approach to the process as a poet. At Shantiniketan, his goal was to create a poem in a medium other than words. It was this poetic vision that enabled him to fashion unique programs of education in a natural and creative learning climate congenial to a global cultural exchange. This is expressed in the following poem.
চিত্ত যেথা ভয় শূন্য, উচ্চ যেথা শির, জ্ঞান যেথা মুক্ত, যেথা গৃহের প্রাচীর, আপন প্রাঙ্গণ তলে দিবস সর্বরী, বসুধারে রাখে নাই খণ্ড ক্ষুদ্র করি, যেথা বাক্য হৃদয়ের উৎস মুখ হতে উচ্ছ্বসিয়া ওঠে, যেথা নির্বারিত স্রোতে দেশে দেশে দিশে দিশে কর্মধারা ধায়, অজস্র সহস্র বিধ চরিতার্থতায়, যেথা তুচ্ছ আচারের মরুবালু রাশি, বিচারের স্রোতপথ ফেলে নাই গ্রাসী, পৌরুষের রাখিনি শতথা নিত্য যেথা, তুমি সর্বকর্ম চিন্তা আনন্দের নেতা, নিজ হস্তে নির্দয় আঘাত করিপিত, ভারতের সেই স্বর্গে কর জাগরিত। Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.
He was a great patriotic saint and a lover of Indian freedom. Although in many respects, Tagore was one of India's foremost cultural figures, yet he rarely intervened in politics directly, albeit he did share his view at certain times. Opposing the pity and sorrow of slavery, Tagore pleaded for the freedom of mind and thought. His patriotic writings assumed the ideals of humanity and had inspired many contemporary freedom fighters. During 1922 and 32, India faced political problems and economic crisis, which troubled the poet. He produced another outstanding symbolic play, Rakta Gauravi, the red oleander, which depicts the deplorable aspects of modern life in an industrial society and the cruel consequences of greed. The theme is presented in a very powerfully constructed symbolic structure. In this play, the curse of modern life has been depicted, but at the same time, through the subtle suggestion of the red oleander, the triumph of love and life has been announced. The Yaksharaj, or the king, stands for the power and riches of modern life. Nandini is the green earth, rich with yellowing corn. Ranjan is regarded as a symbol of youth. The red oleander symbolizes the love between Nandini and Ranjan, and also blood-red struggle. It appears that the poet has tried to establish the supremacy of the agricultural life over the accumulation of wealth.